Good to see you, although you cannot see me. My name is D-Cash, and welcome back to the Agatha Christie ABC Murders with Hercule Poirot. I don't know how I haven't finished this game yet. Okay, so we last left off at the Marbury guest house or hotel or whatever it is. Let us look around at our surroundings. I do not see anything of significance here. I will go inside. More questioning. The questioning is wearing me out.
It is a very beautiful piano. Maybe Mrs. Marbury likes to play in her free time.
Because whereas I think, like, I know motive or not motive, it doesn't seem to be like that, like, ever.
It looks like I've found the real master of this house.
The kitty cat.
There is no need to worry about the household cat. I'm sure that Mrs. Marbury lets it do what it pleases.
Alright, so I can't examine her.
I should check the register. Mrs. Marbury may have been hiding something from me.
Okay, so do it. What, do I have to ask her permission first? Suppose so. So I'll have to wait on that.
How do you do? You must be Mr. Hercule Poirot. Chief Inspector Jubb told me that you might be coming.
Okay. Get annoyed seeing her peel potatoes. Why?
Madame, you may be of valuable help to me.
It would be my pleasure to help you. Will there be some journalists there as well?
I think you might even be interviewed. You are a key witness.
I've suspected him for some time, but he appeared so harmless. Oh yes, sometimes he got angry and waved his arms about. But even then, he wasn't frightening. And he was as gentle as a lamb again immediately afterwards. It was only this morning that I understood. He told me he was going to Cheltenham, but my daughter saw him at Euston Station. It's not the right station. To get to Cheltenham, you have to take the train from Paddington. And what's more, Mr. Cuss left behind an ABC with Doncaster underlined. As you can imagine, when I saw that, I called Scotland Yard.
Right. Congratulations on your observation, mademoiselle.
Well done. You were right. He did go to Doncaster.
So I was right to warn the police.
Tell me, did you have any other reason to suspect Mr. Cust?
Well, he's odd. Sometimes he coughs really loudly and complains that his throat is burning, and sometimes he talks to himself and stares into space. He told me that it was because of a wound he got in the war. His head hasn't been quite right since, he said. And then he was in Churston when that millionaire got murdered. I found his train ticket when I washed his coat. He didn't want me to wash his shirt. He washed it himself. But I did see big brown stains on it.
What were the stains?
Where were the stains on the shirt?
On the collar and on the buttonholes.
Cut used to travel for his work. Is that correct?
Oh, it wasn't for pleasure. He was always on well-on trains. But he had to sell his stockings around England. I have to respect my engagements, he used to say.
Do you know where Cust was at the time of the murder in Andover and Bexhill? On June the 21st and July the 25th?
No, I don't know. That was a while ago, you know.
But surely you keep a register.
It won't do you much good. Mr. Cuss rents his room for the year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it. Ah! I remember one thing. Bexhill by the sea, right?
Indeed. It is a large seaside resort.
Yeah.
Well, as it happens, at the start of July, Mr. Cast asked me to repair his bathing dress. Suspicious, huh?
Continue, mademoiselle. I just want her to continue.
Very interesting. Please continue.
I also forgot to say that he started buying newspapers that talked about the case.
Yeah, when did he start buying them?
When did he start buying the newspapers?
Let's see. I think it was just after the millionaire's murder in Churchton. He didn't seem all that interested before that.
That will be all for now. I'm going to take a look at his room.
Take the key on the counter.
Okay. Now we're getting somewhere.
I don't think my register will help you. Mr. Cuss rents his room all year. If he goes away for a few days, I have no reason to make a note of it.
I know you said that already. Still gonna look at it.
The truth is becoming apparent, and I have something to say to Mrs. Marbury.
What is that?
This woman appears to be in a good mood.
Something with that necklace.
Mrs. Marbury is in a good mood. She's working very precisely in producing incredibly thin peel. Mrs. Marbury, if I am to believe the register, you rented room 306 to a certain Mr. Fishman on the day of the Bexhill murder? Room 306 is Cust's room. Can you explain yourself?
Yes, I remember. Just for one night as a favor. Mr. Cust was away, all my other rooms were taken, and poor Mr. Fishman had nowhere to go.
That's interesting. That is illegal if he paid for the year.
You rented the same room to two people. Very profitable, but quite illegal.
But I didn't harm anyone. I was only helping everybody out.
It's still illegal. Where's the damn key? Give me the key.
There is no need to worry about the household cat. I'm sure that Mrs. Marbury lets it do what it pleases.
Alright, you said the key is on the counter. I don't see the key on the counter. Am I just going upstairs? I guess I'm just going upstairs. Okay, here we go. This is where we're gonna get down to business here. And let me guess what's on the shelf. Big surprise, laudanum.
Cameron's Chemists.
Yeah.
Laudanum, a medicine for coughs. It is what Dr. Clark prescribed for Mrs. Asher. The subject would probably be useful to me.
Right, because it's involved in every single case. Where is my cursor? Where's my cursor? Where'd it go? Where's my cursor? Hey! Where's my cursor? Where'd it go? Why is it gone? Oh, there it is. Okay. What was that all about? Oh, because I had the thing open still?
Diethyl barbituric acid, Johnson Company. I know this medicine. It is a powerful sedative.
Right.
The subject would probably be useful to me.
If you're gonna put somebody out like a light, that would be what you would use. Start here.
How hopeful. This place is a real mess.
There's the typewriter. Go to the typewriter.
I can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance.
Thank you. Why is there ink like everywhere?
I have to get the ribbon. How am I going to do it?
I don't know.
The left-hand heel has been removed.
Well, that was easy.
The right-hand heel has been removed.
Now what?
And here is the ribbon. Let us see if it was indeed used to write the letters sent by ABC.
Okay, that was really
I only
easy.
need the ink ribbon for my inquiry. I will let Jack clean the keyboard if he wishes. All the letters announcing the murders were written on Cust's typewriter.
See the eye? Wow, why was that so easy? All the other puzzles were so difficult. That one was so
Did Cust
easy.
drop it when he opened the window? Or was it Mrs. Marbury while she was cleaning? John Milligan, Managing Director, Silky Legs, Frederick Street, Leicester. To A.B. Cust, Marbury's Guest House, 1935, May the 21st. Dear Sir, further to our letters dated 5th and 10th of the month, we confirm we are you as door-to-door salesman, according to the conditions stated in our previous letters. We will send you the articles by mail and also a Redfield typewriter you will be using for every business letter. Regarding the schedule of your rounds, please do as following. June 21, Andover. Arrive by train the 20th in the evening and get a room at Station Hotel. Start your turn in the north part of the town. This letter establishes that Cust went to Andover, but the ink has hidden the destinations of his other trips. I know from Mrs. Marbury that he went to Churston. I just have to show that he went to Bexhill, and I will have proved that he was present at all the crime scenes.
Why do you even have to prove that at this point? I mean, it's pretty damn obvious.
It's an ABC.
You're not gonna look at it?
A long-bladed knife. A murderer's weapon. The subject would probably be useful to me.
Five out of 6. What am I missing? Why can't I look at this? One, two, three, 4, 5. The knife. That's not here anymore. Oh, what's this?
Cast is parsimonious. He keeps his pencils and sharpens them until there is nothing left. It is clear that he did not grow up in luxury.
Okay. Very good, Monsieur Poirot. Okay. What now, however?
The least we can say that Mr. Cust is not very concerned about order and balance.
Do I go back downstairs? Oh, no, there's something here. Aha! Sacre bleu!
This dark stain. It could be blood, but goodness knows how long it has been there.
When are we gonna do our little gray brain cells? Oh, there's something in here too. Oh, there's a lot of stuff in here.
Trousers, white shirts. Everything has been washed very well. The Bexhill daily paper, dated from the day of the Bexhill murder.
Ha! There you go.
Most probably the basting dress repaired by Mrs. Marbury's expert hands. All the main articles referring to the ABC case are here, from the Churston murder onwards. Nothing before that date.
Right. What more proof do you need, really? Are we done here? No.
ABC guys, enough to sign about a dozen murders.
Yeah, I would say so.
It's closed.
So use the knife.
This knife is very useful. Who knows? Maybe it never cut anything other than string. Stockings.
Of
Let
course.
us now try and get our brain cells to work.
We will get our brain cells to work. Okay. 2 things. Where was Cust at the time of the Bexhill murder? Oh, I don't remember the dates. Bexhill was which one? That was one on the beach, right? No. There we go. Got it. Okay, day of the murder, yes.
The register shows that Cust did not sleep at the guest house on the day of the murder. Where was he? Bexhill. The Bexhill paper reveals it. Cust bought this newspaper in Bexhill on July the 25th. No use continuing the inspection of this room. I've seen all there is to see.
Thank God. I must go. Mademoiselle, I am done talking to you.
Goodbye, Mrs. Marbury. Thank you for your help.
Bye.
That's all you gotta say? Yeah.
Ah, Chief Inspector. I was about to leave.
Good evening, Chief Inspector. Welcome. Please excuse me, I must go to the kitchen. I'll leave the key of Mr. Cust on the counter.
I'm sorry I'm late. I've spent ages with the Doncaster police. And you?
I have established one fact. On 3 occasions, Cust was at the scene on the day of the crimes.
What did she leave on the counter? Anything? Nothing? Okay, so what are we doing then? I want to just end this so
I had
bad.
best talk to Job.
Okay, well, it said investigate him, so what do you want me
I've
to do?
listened closely to what you have to say, Poirot. For me, there's no doubt Cust is guilty. Do you have any element that might prove the contrary?
That is what we're going to look for. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Is he guilty? I mean, come on now. There's every piece of evidence to say that he's guilty. Yes. Was it possible for Cust to have killed 3 victims? The typewriter? What is this? There's that. The ABC guides. Okay, the ABC guides, definitely. He keeps the newspapers about the murders. What about the ink ribbon? Where is that at? Okay, he was in Churston on the day of Sir Clark's murder. He was in Bexhill on the day of that murder. And the knife that could have stabbed him. Those other 2 have to be correct. There we go. Oh, he was in Andover. Okay, A, B, C. There we go. Done. Okay. Are there any common points between Cust and the killer? The typewriter. He keeps newspapers that talk about the murder, and that. And the ABC. What? Common points between Cust and the killer. The typewriter, definitely. The knife that could have stabbed Carmichael. And one other thing. There we go. Will you get that message out of my face? My application's not going to suspend. Is Cust's behavior suspicious? He keeps the newspapers that talk about the murders. He lied about his destination. And he had blood on him. There you go. Done.
The evidence against Cust is overwhelming. His presence at the scenes, the knife, the blood-stained shirt, the ABCs in a box.
C'est vrai. However, the blood Mrs. Marbury saw on Cust's shirt may have been his own. According to his medical records, he suffers from hemoptysis. The murderer cut Sir Carmichael's throat from behind, and the blood spurted outwards. You would expect the murderer's shirt to be stained on the sleeves, not on the buttonholes. Yet we see quite the opposite.
That's a good point.
You would expect the murderer to keep the newspaper articles about his crimes. But Cust's collection starts in Churston, as if it discovered the case rather late.
I agree it's troubling, but it doesn't change my mind. There's small details that we should be able to clear up by questioning Cust.
When can we talk to him?
Doncaster is sending him to us on the first train.
Are they questioning him already?
He says he can't remember a thing.
It's plausible. Doctors say he suffers from absences and amnesia. Mrs. Marbury has confirmed this.
He may have done the murders in an altered state.
A familiar situation.
It's not enough to clear his name. Dr. Thompson insisted that even if you don't know what you're doing, you never commit a murder without wanting to.
Très intéressant. I shall remember that.
Right. I'll go and examine the suspect's room.
Chief Inspector, I took the liberty of removing a few clues to examinatum.
All right, we'll discuss them tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm going to see if you've missed something.
I don't miss anything. I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Alright, cool. So that part is done. Somebody else is involved, though. Because you heard what he said. Like, if he literally slit that guy's throat from behind, he wouldn't have blood on the front of his shirt by his collar. Or by his buttons, or, you know, wherever it actually ended up being. Why would you have blood on your shirt when you slit somebody's throat from behind? It would have went forward, not backwards. So, something is awry, someone else is involved. Let's go. I will investigate
Scotland Yard, please.
I will investigate with my little brain cells. I really hope I finish this in this episode. And let's check him out.
This man is not in good shape. He is worried and very tired. And other police have been hard on him.
As they should. I know he's responsible, but I think at least one of them he wasn't responsible for. Although he was going to. And that would be the C murder.
What do you want from me?
Good day, Mr. Cust. I am Hercule Poirot.
Ah, you're the detective.
Why did you send me a letter before each crime?
Why all these questions? When are you going to stop pestering me?
Pestering? Because you killed people?
Maybe you forgot that you wrote these letters.
Yes, it's true. Sometimes I forget. Maybe I did type them.
Admit that you do not believe he is a murderer.
Are you capable of murder, Mr. Cust?
All these questions are giving me a headache.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't go nowhere.
Take this. It will help you.
Ha 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 ha. I'm smart.
Thank you.
Take it.
Oh, good God, my shirt is covered in blood again.
Bon.
Oh,
I now know where the bloodstains Mrs. Marbury saw came from. Are you well enough to speak?
Yes, I feel much better.
Okay. Let us keep questioning this suspect.
Are you capable of murder, Mr. Cust?
All these questions are giving me a headache.
Insist on the fact that he enjoyed the war. Give him to talk about the army, alright?
You suffered during the war.
It's true. I was wounded. I suffered. But the army was the only place I didn't feel inferior. No questions. Just orders to follow.
But ever since you were wounded, you have absences, bouts of amnesia.
And headaches.
Professor Clark treated you.
Yes, a few years ago he really helped me with my burned throat.
This is interesting.
But you killed him, as well as 2 other people.
That's what they all say.
Do you deny being at the scene of the crimes?
So? There was no harm in being there. It was only for my work.
You were seen at all the crime scenes.
Yes, I was. I travel a lot. But not for pleasure. I am terribly unwell in trains.
What?
But I had to respect my engagements. My employer gave me very precise written instructions about the towns I had to visit.
Let's see. The company you claim to work for, Silky Legs, has never heard of you. And as for these letters they sent you, they were written on your own typewriter.
The company sent me the typewriter when I started working for them.
Yes, but the letters were received afterwards.
So it would appear that you typed them before sending them to yourself.
So it would appear that you typed them before sending them to yourself.
I don't remember. Good God! I don't know what's happening to me. My head hurts terribly.
Alright, stop it. I need answers here.
He is prey to a terrible anxiety. Is it remorse? Or simply the pressure of the questioning and the train journey? He is in no state to reply.
I'm gonna give him this also.
Take this. It will help you.
Yeah.
I think I'll be fine.
Let us see, Cust. Look at me. You know very well that you committed these murders?
Yes, I know.
He did.
But I'm not wrong in saying that you do not know why you committed them.
No, I don't.
What is this again? I can't use this on him. So I'm done with him?
Let us leave Cust alone. He's at the end of his tether.
Alright, so I guess I got enough information out of him.
And what conclusions have you drawn?
Plenty. It might help us to understand him a little better. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Or get our little gray brain cells to work. Oh god, look at all these options. What do we know about Cust's health? He suffers from that. He has a problem with his throat. He suffered. Oh, that was easy. Okay, that was an easy one. Okay, now. Are there any clues that do not support Custer's guilt in the Churston murder, which is C? That's what I said. Right. The blood went the other way. No. He didn't have any reason to kill him. There. Because the blood went the other way. Okay, next. Are there any clues that do not support Custer's guilt? That do not support his guilt? That one. And he didn't recognize me. Meaning he didn't know me. Can we say without a shadow of a doubt that Cuss is guilty? He had no reason to kill them, and he says he didn't write the letters. And that lady said she had somebody else staying up in his room.
I don't see any clearer than before. This is worse.
There is one point to highlight. C'est curieux. Cust admits that he killed, but he does not know why. What did Dr. Thompson say? Even if Cust killed while in an altered state, it still must have been his deepest desire. He must have had a motive.
Let's keep it simple. Never mind his motive. He confessed.
But you see, he can confess to anything and everything. He denied the murders and then confessed to them. He confirmed that he never typed the letters. Then, with great ease, I managed to get him say quite the opposite.
Come on, he behaved like a guilty man. He lied to his landlady.
Because deep down he believes himself guilty. From the papers, he noticed that he had always been at the scene of the crimes. He must think that he killed and then simply forgot what he had done.
How can you be so sure?
Let us look at his psychological profile. You will understand my point of view. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
We got our brain cells to work. Again. Okay, so observation by Poirot is, indeed, let us look at this murder, if you please. You will see that the murderer carried out to perfection. Is Cust clever? No, not at all. Okay. He's not. Is he self-confident? No. The pencil thing? No? He was always on well on trains. Is Cuss sure of himself? Well, it's gotta be one of these. Didn't I just click on that one? Oh, no, I didn't click on that one. Is he a seducer? No. He does not like the trains. Where's that one? Okay, got that. I am putting the clues together. Is he impulsive? He would always swing his arms around and whatever, blah blah blah. Yep, that one. Is he generous? Yes, because he's poor. There's only one left, so.
You see? Cuss' character is quite the opposite of the murderer's.
But if he's a madman, can we really talk about his character?
You know very well that our murderer does not behave like a psychopath. Apart from the signature, there is no ritual repetition in the choice of victims.
Very well, you're right as always. So, we have no confession, no culprit, no suspects, nothing. And all that after 2 months of inquiry? What should I do?
Have faith. Just give me 24 hours.
Another 24 hours, really? Please tell me it's not actually going to be that long. Go home. Alright, well, if there's anything there, he's in custody, so. Okay, so I got all that. I suppose I will take my car.
Towards heaven, please.
Merci beaucoup. I am liking this game very much, but it is taking a long time.
Cust's arrest is a great success for you, Poirot. It's all clear now, except maybe 1 or 2 details.
Details. Ah, mon ami. The devil is in the detail, as we say.
Excuse me?
Patience, Hastings. Everything will be clear once our guests arrive. Best be prepared. Slip a revolver into your pocket before they do.
A revolver? But Poirot, what are you afraid of?
Trust me. It is important you carry a weapon for this meeting. I will lend you mine.
What about telling me what you have in mind?
Surtout pas. You wouldn't be able to play your role. Wait 1 moment, I will bring you my weapon.
Alright, shit's about to get real.
Hastings' photo album. He is very proud of his bag.
Bag meaning like what kind of animal you killed?
Churston, Devon, population 500 inhabitants. Hourly of trains. London, Churston. Trains of evening. London, 6:45 p.m. Newton about 11 a.m. Churston, 11:45 a.m.
I see where he's going with this.
London, 11:45 p.m.
I see where he's
Newton
going with
about
this.
6:08 a.m. Churston, 7:15 a.m.
I see where he's going with this. Let me look around first, because I feel like this is literally going to be the end of the game. I would like some fresh air, please. Very nice.
Ah, some cool air.
Oh, wait. Gotta read the paper.
Daily Flicker, September the 11th, 1935. ABC affair, Terminus Doncaster. Japp and Poirot arrest the killer. A.B. Cust is the name of the alphabet murderer. The police have arrested him in a hotel in Doncaster. Was preparing to kill his 4th victim, Mr. Dick Dudley Dunbar, the establishment manager. Mr. Dunbar owes his life to the miraculous intervention of Inspector Chap of Scotland Yard and Detective Hercule Poirot.
That is true.
The Lancet, September 11th, 1935. General Medical Journal. The alphabet murderer is not psychotic, according to Professor Thompson. In an early issue, we claimed that the alphabet murderer was not psychotic. Our assertion has just been confirmed by Professor Thompson, a Scotland Yard expert, who has spoken to the prisoner at great length. Not all obsessional killers are psychotic, he explained. It is true that Kirst has a disturbed personality and memory disorders. But his amnesia, whether real or pretended, does not alter the fact that he was perfectly lucid at the time of his acts. Therefore, he will not escape punishment.
But he still totally did it, though. Whether he knew he was doing it or not, that's the case. I will get my gun for you, Hastings.
The white ammunition are blank cartridges. The others are real bullets.
Okay.
I have to choose the type of bullets to load.
What?
The revolver is loaded with real bullets. I still have time to choose blanks. The revolver is loaded with blanks. I still have time to choose real bullets.
Oh, God. Can I save, please? I really want to save right now. Can I save?
It is not the right time.
I hope this doesn't end badly.
What about telling me what you have in mind?
Surtout pas. You wouldn't be able to play your role. Wait one moment, I will bring you my weapon.
I haven't.
Voila, I entrust you with my weapon. It has hardly been used, it is almost new.
So there's no real bullets in there, it's blanks. Oh, God. I hope I made the right choice. Because if I have to legit blow somebody away...
The ribbon reel. We've only found prints left by Cust and his landlady.
Well, never mind, I shall make do.
So, are you still going to hold your meeting?
Of course, Chief Inspector. I can hear my guest coming up the stairs.
Why have you brought us here, Mr. Poirot?
Oh, boy.
Since Cust's arrest, I thought it was all done and dusted. Miss Gray formally identified him, as well as Miss Barnard.
Yes, and the stockings he sold are of the same brand as the ones found at my aunt's.
This is all true. However, a case is not closed if some questions remain open. And one question is, why did the murderer send me these letters? Why did he challenge me, Hercule Poirot?
Perhaps he wanted to play with you, to taunt you.
Xenophobia? Maybe he didn't like you because you're foreign.
I may be wrong, but maybe by provoking you, he was looking for glory?
All these theories should be studied. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Let us use our brain cells again. Oh, boy. Why did the murderer make a mistake in the address? Piece of envelope with the wrong address. No. Why did he make a mistake in the address? The error in the address caused the letter to be delivered late. The letter's late arrival saved the murderer. Those two gotta be right. There we go. The mistake was on purpose. Why did the killer send his letters to Poirot? Poirot's address is not very well known.
Is everything clear now?
You might like to explain your reasoning again.
Of course. First of all, remember that the murderer made it a rule to always post his letter before the murder. He never digressed from that rule. However, in Churston, he encountered a problem. The village has only 500 inhabitants. With advance warning, it would be easy to arrest him. Therefore, the murderer delayed his letters deliberately with the wrong address. The plan wouldn't have worked if he'd sent it to Scotland Yard or the papers because everybody knows their addresses. The mistake would have been corrected and the letter would have been on time. That is why the murderer chose me as the recipient.
Yeah.
Because for his plan to succeed, it was necessary for at least one of the letters to have a wrong address and get lost. It was very cunning.
Absolument. It is a very subtle plan. It matches the profile we have drawn up of him perfectly. That of an intelligent, daring and calculating murderer.
But that's not how you describe Cust.
You are quite right, mademoiselle. Like you, I find it hard to believe that this dull character is the clever murderer we are looking for.
Do madmen... I mean, if he's mad, he might have two very different sides.
No doubt. But the murderer is not mad. All the specialists agree that he does not have the profile of a psychopath.
But if Cust is not guilty, how do you explain his presence at the scene of the crimes?
Mr. Clark, the answer to your question is in the medical records of your brother's patients. Documents which Cust most certainly did not have access to. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
More and more interesting. What do we know about Cust? He's easily influenced. That's gotta be one of them. It's a coincidence that he went to the victims' towns. Hang on. What do we know about Cust? Okay, the murderer found a way to access Dr. Clark's medical records. That's not him. He was wounded during the war. And he's never been quite the same since. It's got to be one of these two. There we go. Très bon. Très bon. How to explain his presence at the crime scenes. Okay. It's a coincidence. And he wanted to swim? No. No, not that one. It's definitely that one. And one of these other ones. Not that one? How do we explain him at the crime scenes? He's never been right in his head. He tries to overcome his travel sickness by traveling often by train. I don't get this one. This one's not making any sense to me. I'm just literally clicking now. There. Dr. Clark's medical records. Oh, everything, the medical records.
Dr. Clark's patient's records provided a very useful
So he was
list of
trying to
potential
get his
victims,
help again.
sorted by alphabetical order. The killer definitely used it, explaining the fact that all the victims were former patients of the doctor. It is this fact that clears Cuss once and for all, because he never had access to these records.
Okay.
So how did he happen to be at the scene of the crimes? Either the murderer sent him there, or Cuss was following him closely. Cuss' highly suggestible nature leads us to the second hypothesis. The murderer was manipulating him. He systematically sent Cuss to the towns where he was going to strike, so that the suspicion would land on the poor man's shoulder.
That's evil. What sort of killer could have such a plan? And what would he gain from 3 completely different murders?
Indeed, it seems unlikely that the same murderer committed all the crimes. What should we take from that?
What should we take from that? Because the first one didn't seem like it had anything to do with any of these guys. It says that the one murder is of interest to the killer. There are 3 murderers? What? Oh God, don't make me decipher that. I don't know what to pick here.
There is not one murderer, but 3 accomplices, who all used the same scenario.
Do you mean that 3 murderers with quite different aims joined forces to create a smoke screen? Here's another question. Is it still necessary to find a motive for each crime? And the one in Andover poses problem. Why was poor Mrs. Asher killed?
Right. That's what I'm not.
Indeed. It would be best to forget the theory.
Okay, so that's out.
Just one murder was of benefit to the murderer. The others were just diversions.
Aha.
On reflection, there is only one conclusion. The murderer killed once out of interest, and twice to divert our attention.
And
this
then
reasoning points at 2 potential culprits.
Franklin Clark.
yeah, Clark was the big
Donald
hit.
Fraser?
Yes, mademoiselle. That's good thinking. Mr. Fraser may have killed Betty out of jealousy. Mr. Clark may have killed his brother in order to inherit his large fortune. Both have a motive.
But Donald did not have access to Dr. Clark's records.
Please allow me to disagree with you, mademoiselle. Donald, too, has been treated by the doctor.
You're quite wrong, Mr. Poirot, and it shouldn't be difficult to prove.
Oui, please excuse me. It was a slip of the tongue. This is what I wanted to say. Donald, Sir Carmichael was one of your firm's customers. We found a surveyor's report among his papers that proves it.
It doesn't prove that I went to Comeside.
You could have done it. And you may have used the opportunity to take a look at Sir Carmichael's records.
You think I'm guilty?
You? Or Mr. Franklin Clark?
That's ridiculous.
Both of you have a motive. The question is, which of you has the profile that most resembles the murderer? Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Wow. This is crazy. Is Donald clever? No. He's a bright man with a promising career ahead of him. Is he sure of himself? No. He literally said that to me the last time I was interrogating him. Is he a seducer? Well, women seem to like him. I think Megan will take care of him. Does he like trains? I sleep on the train. It's easy to sleep. I like the sound of the wheels. See, this is all things that I learned in these interrogations that I did. So this is good. Not really. Okay, done. I hope. Well, I mean, there's only one left, so.
Ladies and gentlemen, Donald may share many character traits with the murderer, but he does not have his cold indifference. He has a temper. It is hard to imagine him planning anything. Also, jealousy is his motive, and crimes of passion are rarely planned.
Right, I suppose it's my turn to be subjected to the same scrutiny.
Absolument, Mr. Clark.
Oh.
Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Let us get our brain cells to work again. Is Franklin clever? Mm-hmm. Is he sure of himself? Not that one. Talking about them two? Oh, okay. Is he a seducer? Okay. We're finding a lot of stuff out now. Yeah, the railway. Okay. Let us talk. Well, there's only two left, so. Sorry if I'm going too fast, but like, I just want to get this over with, like.
As you have all seen,
let him talk.
There is a disturbing similarity between Mr. Clark's profile and that of the killer. In actual fact, it is exactly the same.
Mr. Poirot, your psychological studies are interesting, but your conclusions do not add up. Why would I have wished my brother's death? The inheritance is lawfully mine. I just have to wait.
No, you had to act quickly. Because you are incapable of waiting.
Really? Well, I am no murderer. You presented him as being a cold and patient schemer.
Certes, normalement. But Lady Clark's imminent death precipitated events. Mademoiselle, although you haven't been telling the truth, there is no doubt in my mind that you would have found a way to marry Sir Carmichael after Lady Clark's death. For you, Mr. Clark, it was a disaster. If Miss Grey had children by your brother, you would not have inherited a thing. You realized the danger after reading several letters from Comside, especially one in which your brother opened his heart to you. So you hurried home from China, and you took action. In truth, Cust was no more than a puppet manipulated by the real culprit. You, Mr. Clark.
Uh-oh.
Such an imagination, Mr. Poirot. In fact, nobody manipulated Cust. The famous instructions he received by post. He wrote them on the typewriter. We know that for sure.
Oh no. You know perfectly well. That is not true. Eh bien voilà. Light has now been shed on the ABC murders.
Your theories are ingenious, but you haven't any proof.
One point to him. For the moment, I have no material proof. Either I admit to it, or I bluff.
Bluff. Definitely. Lie about the fingerprints.
One thing proves it. The prints you left on Cust's typewriter.
Enough.
Oh, of course you wiped the typewriter before sending it. But not carefully enough. Scotland Yard has found your print along with those of Cust.
I understand why you never wanted to lend me your new typewriter. And why you were searching through your brother's things.
I figured it out.
And the hole you dug on the moors. What did you hide there? The knife you used to kill your brother?
Game, set, match. You win, Mr. Poirot. But it was worth trying.
I did it.
Don't come near me!
Oh, I put blanks in the gun, remember?
I'll never let you take me, Mr. Poirot.
Remember I put blanks in there? Good idea.
I'm sorry, Mr. Clark. There is no easy death for you. I expected your reaction, so I used blanks. I'm sorry, mademoiselle, but your second chance has been lost. Franklin Clark will never inherit his brother's fortune.
Ha! So because I picked the blanks, he's not dead. Now he's going to jail. Ha 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 ha! That's what you get.
Disappointed at having missed the chance to become Lady Clark, Thora Grey left England. Donald Fraser and Megan Barnard married.
Good for them.
On Poirot's recommendation, Mary Drower started to work for Lady Clark. The elderly lady's condition suddenly took a turn for the better.
Good.
And a few months later, to Dr. Logan's great surprise, she was back on her feet again. According to this eminent physician, it appears to be an extremely rare case of spontaneous remission. Lady Clark has enjoyed very good health ever since. Journal of an Innocent. The incredible story of ABC. As for A.B. Cust, after being advised by Poirot, he made a great deal of money by selling his story to the press. And as for me, and with business booming, the Black Swan has become the #1 tourist attraction in the whole of Yorkshire. Even more popular than York Minster.
You saved his life. Because he was D. Had this continued. Yay! I did it. I'm done. Hooray! I'll wait for the credits to go, just in case anything's at the end or anything like that. Ah, that was amazing, but it was really long. I didn't think it was going to take me 8 videos to do. Hour and something a piece. Jeez. Long time. I loved it though. I loved every minute of it. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I read the book and I watched the movie when I was younger, but I did not remember how it ended. I didn't remember the ending at all. That could have went really bad or really good. I guess I did really good. I put the blanks in the gun. I didn't put the real bullets in there, so he didn't get a chance to kill himself. Now he's gonna rot in jail. He tried to kill himself. Didn't work, obviously. I mean, shooting a blank that close to your head, though, like, that may mess you up, but it's not gonna kill you. But, yeah. This game was great. I love it. I'm so glad I'm done, though. Because I have another game to move on to. But I wasn't going to do that until I finished this one first. This was absolutely amazing. It was everything that I wanted it to be. What played well. It glitched out a couple of times. But, for the most part, it was perfect. Very good with the puzzles. Had me scratching my head like every 5 minutes. You know, like, the puzzles were really hard. I only had to look like 2 of them up. Even though I tried to look other ones up, I couldn't find them. So I just had to figure that out by myself. But yeah, awesome. Totally awesome. I definitely recommend this. It was great. And I recommend you watching the actual, like, live movie of this. Like, watching it. I used to own that. I lost it somehow. I don't know how. I think I had it on like VHS or something like that. Like a long time ago. So that's probably why. Probably gave it away or something. But yeah, all the Agatha Christie things with Poirot in it, spot on. They're brilliant. I gotta find out where to watch those, like, online. On what streaming service. So yeah, thank you all for coming, watching, joining me through this journey. Again, everybody, you know, down in the link below, like and subscribe and hit the notification bell and all that good stuff. I'm just waiting to see this through to the end, just in case there's like something after the credits or something. And the voice acting in this game was mwah, it was spot on. Brilliant. Totally brilliant. Alright, let's see if there's anything. And I love you, Mom. Because she loved Agatha Christie. That was her favorite novelist. So, she's looking down at me and proud of me right now. For successfully completing my mission, so to speak. Oh, will you get that message out of here? Stupid PlayStation 5 update thing screwed up the PlayStation 4. Every 5 minutes tells me my application is going to suspend in 15 minutes, even though it's not. I don't know how many times I gotta tell that to you guys. But yeah, that was great. I had a blast. I haven't played a really good game like this in a long time. You know, something outside the box. You know, we're not playing Fortnite or nothing like that. This is real games. Get your brain to think for a minute. You know? Not just running around shooting people. I'm not knocking on Fortnite or anything like, or anybody who plays that, but I'm just saying. Step outside the box for a minute every once in a while. Play a game like this. Okay, come on now. I don't want to skip because I feel like I'm gonna miss something. Like he has some little thing to say at the end or something. A lot of damn people worked on this game though, I'll tell you that. That's for damn sure. But again, I loved it. It was everything that I wanted. It was just like really expensive when it came out, and I was like, I don't know. Like, you're not giving me a demo or nothing, you know? That was cool that they said special thanks to our families while the coronavirus was going on. I just didn't want to drop so much money, like, not knowing how it was without even playing a demo of it. If they would have given me one, I would have known earlier, and I would have played this earlier. But I didn't know. Alright, come on now. How many people working on this damn game? I wish I could speed the credits up. And the music is literally from the show, too. It was a show. It was like, you know, an hourly program, like every week. So good. Just Google it. Poirot. Not even Agatha Christie, just Poirot. Because Agatha Christie's gonna come up with 9,000 things. You want to watch Poirot? Now I gotta stop trying to speak in a French accent now. That's gonna be kinda hard. I'm so used to it over the last couple of days. I am used to it because I have to get my brain cells to work. Because I was Inspector Poirot in this game. Okay. Jeez. I so want to hit the skip button, but I don't, because just in case there's anything after. I know, boring, whatever. You guys could, at least, if you're watching later, you can fast forward. Oh my god. How many people worked on this game? I mean, it was great, so I'm not surprised, but... Jeez Louise. Like, I haven't gotten up and gone to the bathroom in like 2 hours. I really need to go too. Hurry up. Okay, I'm skipping. No, that's it. Nothing. Progress 100%. Ego points 439 out of 600. That's not bad. And that's just based on my, you know, conversations with people and whatever. So thank you everybody. Like I said, link down below. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, do all that good stuff. If you want to donate, all that stuff is down there as well. I am done with this game. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. I love you all. Goodbye.